Hello, this is Joanna from AppleJo Farms. I wanted to show you how I do my bottle feeding. And so on my stovetop here, I have my water with a cloth underneath and then a big milking container that I actually put a half-gallon in, and I'm able to put my thermometer in and make sure that we're right at 100 degrees, and it's okay if it's 100, 102, or 3, but after that, they don't like it, and below 100, they won't drink it either. So then we're going to pour it in here, and we'll get our nipples put on and go out to the milk bar. And we're ready to bottle feed. Let's see if our little gang is hungry. Hi, babies. Are you ready? Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go over to the milk bar. So today, I wanted to visit with you a little bit about why mini breeders do certain things, and I can only speak for myself as far as why I find these things to be the very best practices. First of all, my goal is that I can raise the very best and robust, healthy babies that I can. And so I also want to, along with that, I want to ensure that they're going to have a good future once they go to their new homes. So that's why I spend the money and I spend the time to drive the 3-hour round trip to Columbia to the vet university and have them all disbudded. The males are disbudded at a week, the females at 2 weeks. And what this does, I feel, is it gives them a better chance in their life ahead, because there are people who want to show them, and you can't show them with horns. I also have seen some pretty gruesome things happen with goats with horns. Now, that doesn't mean that always is the case, and I respect if you're a person who prefers horns. That's just fine too. This is just the way I'm doing it. And so, there are many concerns about people who have small children and the dangers of owning goats with horns. There's just a lot of reasons why that I do this, but I have it professionally done because it decreases the chances of scurs, and also because the way they do it is as painless as possible. So they give them anesthesia, they give them painkiller, and do just really a fine job there at the university. And so what are some other things that a person can do to make sure that these babies are going to be healthy and have the very best life ahead? Well, practicing coccidiosis prevention, as we've talked in our other video, is a big thing. Being able to have all of these supplies on hand, like the Baycox, the medication, because timing is everything. And so that's important to have the supplements, the nutrients, the medicine that they need before your kids actually arrive. Another question that we get is, why do you tattoo all of your babies, except the wethers? And of course, wethers are not registered. We tattoo all of these babies for a couple of reasons. First of all, if you register them with ADGA, it is a requirement that if you sell a registered doeling or buckling, that it has the proper tattoos in the ears of the babies at the time that you sell them. So what happens if, and we hope that this never would, but it has happened, your goats get stolen or they get out and get lost. Well, you are able to, if anyone finds them, you're able to identify them right away as being yours, and you have the proof on paper and it matches the ear tattoos. Also, if you need to go to the sale barn and see if someone has stolen them and they're selling them, you're going to have the proof that this is your baby and it was stolen, or this is your goat. So just some great ideas. Also, if you ever intend on showing, or if someone else buys your goats and they're going to show them, they have to have tattoos in the ears. If they do not, they're going to be disqualified. So, you may say, well, I don't intend on ever selling any of my goats. Well, here's the facts. Life can deal us some unexpected changes, and sometimes we have to get rid of our goats even though we never intended to. So don't you want them to have the best life that they can? And if you haven't taken the time and spent the money to tattoo them, to give them the proper vaccines, the medications for prevention of illness, if you haven't disbudded them, the chances that they're going to have a very good life and go to people who really want them and will care for them is far less. So those are just my thoughts. And again, everyone has their own way, but when you purchase kids from AppleJo Farms, these are just some of the things that you can expect with our babies. We are having 8 more does kidding in the next 3 weeks. Check back on my website and you will see some exciting babies. I'm just so excited. We've got a lot of first-time moms and so just very excited to see what they produce and the opportunities for homesteaders to have just the very best at a very affordable cost. So thank you very much for listening. You can always contact me with questions. You can text me first before calling, 417-665-8996. My website with all the details and the prices and so forth is AppleJoFarms, plural.com. AppleJoFarms.com. So as always, happy homesteading, and I hope that some of this has answered some questions for you. Say goodbye, Hudson. Goodbye. Say goodbye, Danny boy. Yes. Thank you for joining me.